Okay, live episode 44, and hope everyone's been having a happy April Fool's Day.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, mine was yesterday. So the props of being in the future.
Uh, I probably had one of my all-time great April's Fool's pranks in my Discord today.
Okay, what happened?
Oh, what I did. What I did was I took. I I said, "Hey guys, there's an update on the werewolf video game." And I said there was an there was an update on the werewolf video game, but
Yeah.
it was a Rickroll.
Oh, jeez. I bet that went down well.
One of the guys in my Discord said, responded with a clip of Chris Furley saying, "You son of a bitch." That's classic. That is such a classic. That is such a classic meme.
It is. That's been around for years too. I don't even know how that one got started. Like originally, you have to dig pretty deep to find that, wouldn't you?
Not really. Yeah. I'll just look up Know Your Meme. They have Know Your Meme they are really good with chronicling the history of memes. So let me get you this.
All right.
I'll link you the article right now. I'm going to read it out loud. Rickrolling is a bait and switch prank that involves posting a hyperlink that is supposedly relevant to the topic at hand in an online discussion, but redirects the viewer to the music video of "Never Gonna Give You Up," a 1987 dance pop single by English singer-songwriter Rick Astley. Since May 2007, numerous versions of the music video on YouTube have garnered hundreds of millions, largely driven by the widespread practice of rickrolling and subsequent resurgence in popularity of the song over the following decade. Rick Astley's dance pop single "Never Gonna Give You Up" was originally released as part of his 1987 solo debut album "Whenever You Need Somebody." Upon its initial release, the single became a #1 hit on several international charts, including the Billboard Hot 100 and UK Singles Chart. YouTuber Eric Helwig claims to have prank called a Michigan radio station after a sports game and played "Never Gonna Give You Up" over the phone on August 31st, 2006. The story was explained in a YouTube video titled "I Did the First Rickroll with Proof," uploaded on August 7th, 2015. The bait and switch phenomenon has beginning on the image board community 4chan, as all good memes have, as a spin-off of an earlier practical joke known as duck rolling, in which an external link with a sensational title, i.e. a specific picture or news item, would be redirected to an edited image of a duck with wooden wheels. According to 4chan founder Moot, the Rickroll phenomenon began on V, the video games board, circa May 2007, when someone posted a link to Rick Astley's music video disguised as a sneak preview for the then newly released video game Grand Theft Auto 4. Due to the high bill of anticipation for the game at the time, many GTA fans on the V board fell victim to the bait and switch prank, and the joke became quite popular on 4chan. The timeline, the account has been further corroborated by Wikipedia and Google Trends, which show the interest in rickrolling began to rise between April and May 2007. On May 15, 2007, one of the earliest known instances of the music video was uploaded under the title "Rickrolled" by YouTuber Cotter548. Many people have expressed the opinion that the most attention-getting aspect of the video is Rick Astley's unexpectedly deep voice in contrast to his youthful looks. According to VH1's pop-up video, record executives who heard his recordings didn't believe it was his voice either at first. In February 2008, the anonymous Project Chinology protests against the Church of Scientology "Never Gonna Give You Up" was played from boomboxes, performed and shouted. The UK daily The Guardian called it a live rickrolling of the Church of Scientology. On April 1st, 2008, every featured video on YouTube's front page redirected to the Rickroll music video. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Wow.
If that was 2008, I don't think I was using YouTube as heavily as I am now.
No, neither was I.
In April 2008, the New York Mets posted an online poll to select the song for the 8th inning sing-along. On April 4th, 2008, FARC users bombarded the poll with upvotes for Never Gonna Give You Up. On May 7th, the Mets announced that the song had won over with 5 million votes. Rather than using the song for the 8th inning, it was apparently used during the home opener, much to the displeasure of Mets fans. In November 2008, the Rickroll meme became full circle when Rick Astley appeared as himself during the 2008 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, lip-syncing to his classic hit from 14 years ago.
Yeah, so that's how it all built up.
Yeah.
I bet that April Fool's prank didn't help, man. Well, it helped the meme get around, but yeah, it seems like everyone was started doing it after that, like non-stop.
I remember, like, I can actually put time to that. Like back in 2007, 2008.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I can remember that. Remember that time period when it was just like, it seemed like you had to be careful what videos you clicked on because you never knew if you were actually going to get. You never actually knew if you were going to actually end up getting Rickrolled. You sort of had to be a little bit careful there.
Yep. I remember the streams were quite a big problem around that time as well, weren't they?
Really?
Like, well, I joined, my account was created in 2010. I remember a lot of videos actually had a link to a screamer, and that caught me a couple of times. They were more annoying though. Like, yeah, I didn't like the screamers. It was just like deafening and annoying.
Yeah, that was yeah, that was I think I remember that. I think I might remember that too. Like one of the first earwig videos.
Earwig.
Ear rape. It's
like, yeah.
Yeah, when they make the noise like so loud and discordant, it's just like it's basically your ears getting raped.
Yeah. They were never fun. I mean, like, yeah. They were annoying.
How they're only funny for the people who make them.
Yeah.
I actually had, speaking of which, I actually kind of, everyone else doesn't know about this, but I actually kind of had the idea of just maybe just letting the stream be a 2-hour play of 2-hour play of that song, but we kind of had to shelf that just because we didn't know if YouTube wasn't going to copyright that. Well, actually, I think I do know if they were going to, because earlier in the day I thought, fuck it, why don't I just play "Never Gonna Give You Up" on a loop as a joke? Okay, and well, unfortunately, OBS and my computer have issues, so it didn't really work. Well, I tried playing it, and well, even though that stream does not seem to be up at all, I somehow got a copyright ID claim emailed to me. It's not a strike, just saying that the copyrighted content has been claimed by the people who own the song.
Yeah, I've got plenty of those. I know what emails you mean.
Yeah, so. So yeah, it looks like for now I'm safe.
You should be. I mean, yeah. Usually if it's going to get taken down, it gets taken down right away these days. So if you just got the notice saying someone's claimed copyright, you're not in trouble, you're fine.
Yeah. I think the worst that happened. I think the worst that happens to you there is you just lose monetization on that video.
Yeah, which isn't a problem for me.
Yeah, not a problem for me either. I mean, fuck, my channel's monetized, and I checked in my videos. Do you want to know how much money my videos bring in a month?
How much?
A little over $12.
That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad.
I yeah.
I don't even qualify for monetization. I mean, I used to, but then they changed it. You got to have X amount of subs and X amount of hours viewed, and and I don't qualify for that. Not that it bothers me, but yeah.
Something else I was gonna do was I was gonna prank call my supervisor and tell her that I wasn't gonna come into work today.
Would that have gone down well?
Well, it's more like she'll either check the schedule and say, Brett, you weren't gonna come in today because you're not scheduled to work today. It's my day off. But unfortunately, when I tried dialing up the store, apparently she was stuck at the register, and I just did not feel like waiting.
Fair enough.
That would have been still. I'm fine with what I put in my Discord. That was funny. That was just too damn funny. That's sweet. I think what's also kind of funny.
What's that?
I actually like even though it's basically a clip show, I like the April Fool's episode of The Simpsons.
Oh, when he's in the coma for the beer prank.
Yeah, because remember it starts out with Homer just pranking Bart one way after another, and Bart just gets fed up and he says, "Okay, I am gonna get you," and Homer just says, "Yeah, right, you will." Actually, the way he puts it is, "You couldn't fool your." I need to make sure I get the line right. I need. That is such a good line. That was actually going to be the image for the April Fool's stream. You couldn't fool your mother on the foolingest day of your life if you had an electrified fooling machine. So what Bart does is he gets the idea to take a can of beer after seeing Homer nearly get sprayed with one after it accidentally shook. So he takes a can of beer, sticks it in a paint shaker, and then gets Homer to drink it, and it pulls the roof off the house.
It's like a mushroom cloud of beer.
Oh my god, that was a funny episode. That was just so funny. And then it just turns into a clip show. But and they even make fun of the fact that it's a clip show, because Grandpa says being in a coma is like watching past episodes of a TV show.
That's right. What else is weird about that episode is it's probably the most time I've seen Homer actually needed to be convinced to have a beer, because Bart was trying to get him to drink it, and Homer just wasn't going for it. It's like it shouldn't be this hard to get him to drink a damn beer.
No, it shouldn't be. He had to crank up the heat.
So thirsty. What you gonna do?
Yeah, after he just ate what was he? He was just eating a bunch of pretzels, wasn't he?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, he was eating pretzels or something that was really salty, and he just he thought about getting up to get a drink, and he's like, yeah, I'm not that thirsty. So Bart just has to crank up the heat to make him even thirstier.
Yeah. And it still takes some time because he's sitting there sweating.
Yeah. It's just like, fucking no. Oh my God. Yeah, and that is what makes it funny, because normally it takes nothing to convince Homer to get a beer.
Yeah. I mean, he was watching a sports game too, wasn't he?
He was watching something.
So he's seeing there, he's eating his pretzels and whatever he's watching, and he doesn't already have a beer beside him. That's
actually, if I remember correctly, he was even watching a Duff commercial.
That's yes. That's right.
Yes. It's yeah, I like after just Bart just has to literally jump through hoops to get him to drink a beer. And then of course, like I said, like the latter half after that is just a clip show, which is fine. But then it gets to the end. And then it gets to the end, and and Bart is actually feeling sorry that he put Homer in a coma. And he says, "It's my fault, Dad. I shook that can of beer." And then it's like, that stirs Homer back to consciousness. And
that's what snaps him out of it. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's just
like
EKG even starts looking, because EKG even looks like Bart's head.
Yeah.
He just gets right up and he just chokes Bart. And he's finally out of his coma, and then he says, like, but then it turns out that he still thinks it's April Fool's.
Yeah, he was in the coma for 6 months or something. No, 6 weeks, wasn't it?
It was like a month. I think he didn't come out of his coma until it was like the end of May or something.
That's right. Yeah, I forget the timeline, but yeah, he was in there for a few weeks.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that first half plus that ending. That's still enough reason to watch that episode, even with all the clip show stuff.
Mind you, they did give an extended look of when he falls down the canyon. Because in the original, he goes down the skateboard smacks into his head, and then he's helicoptered up and his head's bang against the cliff.
Yeah.
And then the ambulance crashes, and then he rolls off the cliff, and you just hear him screaming. In that clip show, you actually see him falling down again, and then the trolley smacks into the back of his head at the very end, just like the skateboard did originally.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's actually... Damn, that's actually... Okay, so yeah, but... Yeah. I mean, let me look up when that episode happened. Because a Simpsons clip So it's come to this, a Simpsons clip show. Yeah, this is them telling you that they're just making fun of us. This is from, okay, it says it's from 93, so it's from the fourth season, so it's still well within the good years.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Because yeah, it was in the golden era.
Oh man, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page and here's something else I forgot.
What's that?
Mr. Burns tries to pull the plug on his life support so he doesn't have to pay for the health insurance.
That's why he's got Dr. Ned to help him.
Oh my god. Oh, and I checked. Yes, it turns out, yeah, Homer, he gets out of his coma on May 16th, and he was in it for 7 weeks, and he lost 5% of his brain.
Why me laugh? That's right. He says at the end, doesn't he? Oh, have we lost you? Oh crap! None again. Hold on, people. Just seeing what's happening. Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was disconnected for a second. That was weird.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I could hear white noise on your end, but okay.
That was weird.
All right, we're back. Yeah.
That was weird.
That's the internet for you.
Yeah. Huh. We got someone called Caspian in the chat who wants to join. I don't know. Kind of usually reserve it for. I usually reserve it for friends, Caspian. Do I know you from anywhere? I can usually reserve. Yeah. Still. There's anything did I freeze again, Dante?
No, you're here. You're here.
Oh, it's like I got a delayed response from you on Facebook then. Whoops.
Oh, good.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. I think the only thing that's making me a little upset about this stream right now is that it's because like right before we went live, I was on Twitter, and Vamp Candy had tweeted out that they added in rabbits to For Honor.
Okay.
Well, she's streaming that right now.
All right.
I'm gonna have to catch the archive because Vamp streams are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some bad timing then.
Yeah, I know. It's just like what can you do? I don't know.
True.
I have to. Something I'm wondering. Like, was that like the only time like the Simpsons actually did like something anything that was like an actual April Fool's joke? I mean, April Fool's video. Because I don't think they ever did anything like that ever again.
Unless it's done one from 2008 upwards, not from what I've seen, because that's when I stopped watching.
Yeah, not that I can remember.
Yeah, we'll say up to season 8. That was the only one. No, say season 10. From season 10 backwards, that's the only one to do with April Fools, I believe.
Yes. Yeah. Well, then I guess that's as far as we talking about that one Simpsons episode. I mean, like you'd think we'd be able to make more out of a I don't know, like out of an April Fool's episode or something, but it's not. But it's not like you and I have like a history of doing pranks.
No, we don't. Not really.
Well, I don't. I can't say for you.
No, I've never really done anything spectacular worth mentioning.
The next one, when the next werewolf video comes out, Nelson, it'll come out when it comes out, because now this is it. Because now as I'm working on my comic book project, I would not expect to see anything out for the next couple months, definitely, because we're going to be in the heart of the Kickstarter campaign.
Oh, yeah,
so pretty much all my attention has to go to that. Yeah, actually, that was something I don't think I told you about last week. You know how originally the campaign was supposed to go up on the 5th?
Yes.
Yeah, well, okay, so Dan for his book, he got Brett Smith, a guy who's an industry who's been an industry veteran in the comic books for like decades, like going all the way back to the 90s, I believe. He's been in the game a long time, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he colored the cover for Dan's book, Adobe Kroger. And yes, Nelson, I am going to be super busy for the next couple months because, like I said, I'm running a Kickstarter campaign. But yeah, so he got Brett to do the video. I mean, to do the colors on the cover.
Yep.
And it was actually good that we got Brett on board because, like I said, because Brett's been in the business for so long, he kind of knows his way around these things. So, and actually, Brett was surprised to find out that we had been promoting the whole universe project as long as we had, because he hadn't seen any of it. But to be fair, Brett's not on Twitter that often, and he's got about 1,300 other people he's following. So unless we had tagged him, he wouldn't have noticed. So we're doing that more often now.
Cool.
So now what Brett suggested was that we move the launch date to the 25th because that would be after tax day. Gonna have people with a lot more flush with a lot more extra cash and a lot more spending money to put on the campaign. And yes, Arwing, it will be the Silent Striders. I've been going in alphabetical order. But yeah. So
that's the 25th of this month, isn't it?
Yep, the 25th of this month. That's the launch date.
All right. Well, that makes sense to move it after the tax day, I guess.
Yeah. It also gives us a little more time to prep.
Yeah, which is always a good thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah. Once it goes up on the 25th, and it's gonna be live for about a month after that point.
Yes, cool.
Once it closes, assuming that it makes its goal, and we have every reason to believe it will.
Yep.
The release date for the books are gonna be September.
Cool. That's a good 4 months to get everything done. Yeah, that's a good time. That's a very good time.
Yeah, it gives I think it gives all our teams time to finish up. But Victor's actually been hard at work. He actually sent me another page he finished up. Just a couple. I think it was like last night or the night before. I don't remember.
Sweet. So I guess you're going to be delaying your live stream show that you guys are going to do for that, weren't you, as well?
Yeah, I actually ended up putting up. If you're talking about the werewolf game, yeah, I actually put that in the Discord that I put it that the game was going to go on hold until the campaign was finished.
Cool.
Like I need, like this is gonna, like I said, this thing is gonna consume a lot of my time, so I need to be able to focus on it as much as possible.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just still though. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Not only that, I mean, like it's the fuck a lot of this is about almost a year's worth of work I put into this.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to think it started out as me just doing my own thing, and then I talked with a couple other guys, and we found out, hey, our three stories actually could mesh really well together in a shared universe. So why don't we just do that?
Yeah.
And not like that, I spent like the better part of in between making videos, I spent the better part of a year building up my fan base for the book, and it's just like so close to actually seeing it done. I can feel it. Like I'm not gonna lie. Just leading. It's not even. It's the first, right? So like, how much time we got? We got about 3 weeks till it goes live, and then I'm already feeling the anticipation.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I'll be looking forward for that.
Yeah, a lot of people are too. I think
that's good.
You know, bringing it back to April Fools. You know what's trending on Twitter right now? Hashtag not April Fools.
Oh God! Hold up, let me go over the Twitter.
And you can bet what 90% of those tweets are in relation to. And 90% of the hashtag not April Fools tweets look like they're about Trump. That is nothing worth. Yeah, that's not fun. I'm not talking about them. That's dumb.
Yeah, they don't give this guy a break, do they? No matter what, they don't give him a break.
Not just that. I mean, like, there's even the whole thing with the Mueller report. Like, it's just like that was like the biggest black eye the media could have taken, and they're like still trying to run with it somehow.
I know. It's oh God.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Silver Fangs, to be honest. Yeah, the Silver Fangs will probably be fun to talk about. Here's what I'm thinking. Oh, I didn't notice this also. Shazam comes out on Thursday.
Oh yeah, that's been very low key, and I think they should have pushed it a little bit more. But yeah, you're right.
You know, I hope it does well.
Yeah, I mean that looks fun, and I mean they're basically semi-rebooting the entire DC universe now. So Shazam's got a good chance of getting in.
Yeah, I remember seeing people say that. I remember hearing that Aquaman was enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, That's probably their biggest one as far as money making's gone.
Yeah,
It really killed it at the box office.
Yeah, so it's just like it feels like they're starting to get things. It feels like they're starting to find their footing with this now.
Yeah, the problem was, and we've said it before, is they just rushed it. They got out, your Superman, which you could say is the equivalent to Iron Man, and then they went straight to Civil War and left everything out in between. And that's what it felt like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. With Batman v Superman, that felt like it was trying to compete with Captain America: Civil War, and it was doing it badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they put out Wonder Woman, which you said was just like average.
It was enjoyable, but it's something like you'd expect in the early 2000 type superhero movies, when the original Spider-Man and X-Men were the best ones. I mean, that's why it felt like it was just you'd seen it before. It was too plain, but it was enjoyable. I mean, it was decent.
Yeah. Then they threw out Suicide Squad, which I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell what they were trying to do with that movie. Like, was it trying to be like a comic books? Was it trying to be like Guardians of the Galaxy? It's just like it was very confused.
And that was one that suffered from studio interference because they had to do all the reshoots. And yeah, the first 40 minutes is like very much like Guardians of the Galaxy. And they introduced each character twice. And it was like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it shows really badly. It's just like,
and the edit cuts are really bad. I mean,
it's also lit really badly too.
Yeah,
like there are shots that are so dark. There are shots that are so dark you can't see what's happening properly.
Yeah, I had that problem as well. I remember there's one scene. It's when they first encounter those clay monsters, whatever the fuck they were, and they're having the big shootout. You got them all behind cars, and there's a SWAT team there, and they're fighting like crazy. Then out of nowhere, it cuts to like this really weirdly shot, bullets bouncing on the ground, and it's like all upscaled and shit, and it's like it came from a completely different movie.
Yeah. Not only that, I think like looking back on it, the Enchantress was like a really bad antagonist for that movie. Like this supernatural world-ending shit. That is not stuff that Suicide Squad typically deals with.
No, I mean the whole fucking premise of the movie is bad. I mean, Viola Davis is her character. Who is it? Fuck it. Oh god, what's her name? The character she plays.
Who?
Viola Davis. She plays the one who's assembling the team.
Oh, Amanda Waller.
That's it. She's more like the fucking bad guy because everything that goes wrong in that movie is her fault.
Yeah.
And like like you said, they're assembling this team for the fucking, because the next Superman might be evil. And look at the people they get. What the hell are they supposed to do? I mean, they beat the Enchantress because of the fire guy who killed the brother, and then they were able to. I can't even remember what they fucking did, to be honest. They're able to snap her out of it anyway.
It was just like.
But let's say it wasn't the Enchantress and it was just some big bad alien who didn't know these people, and they came to stop him, and they go, "Oh no, you're doing wrong! Snap out of it!" The fucking he just annihilate them and continue. So the idea of assembling a team like that to deal with that level of threat was just stupid on its own.
Yeah, well, the whole premise behind Suicide Squad is that they just get a bunch of supervillains who are in lockup, and they say, "Okay, we're gonna put you on suicide missions where you're not gonna get any backup, and if you die, and if everything goes wrong, you're gonna get left for dead, and you're expected to die. But if you come back, will reduce your prison sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for the people who've got nothing to lose, so they go for it. They give it a shot.
Yeah, it's just so basically, and they basically just be doing government black bag job stuff where the government needs plausible deniability or can't be seen or can't let it known that they were there.
Yeah. I mean, you go back and you watch the first couple of trailers, and it looked very much like they were setting up the Joker to be the bad guy, which is someone that the Suicide Squad could potentially handle. I mean, he's crazy enough that he needs a bit of muscle to get behind. But yeah, it looked like they were going after the Joker originally, and then all the shit with the Enchantress dropped, and it's just like goes weird.
Yeah, that would have made more sense too. To be honest,
Yeah,
might have made a more interesting movie.
yeah.
I mean, I can understand they probably wanted to make it a little bit more fun, considering like how super serious Batman v Superman took itself.
Oh
But
god, yeah.
Yeah, but again, that just feels like they were saying, hey, you know that Guardians of the Galaxy? Let's see if we can do something like that.
Yeah.
And they didn't understand why Guardians of the Galaxy worked.
No, and there was that really weird scene, midish movie when they all go to the bar and they sit down. It's like they're forcing everyone to get along and tell their stories, and it was a good idea, but by that point, you just don't care.
Nope. And do we even need to talk about Justice League?
Oh no! I mean, for some reason, I thought Joss Whedon was going to come in and all his reshoots would make everything all right. And then the first major problem came along with Henry Cavill didn't want to shave off his mustache.
It's just like it feels like Justice League had all the problems that Suicide Squad had, but worse.
Yeah. And the thing is, like,
I didn't even want to see that movie.
I mean, also you had just reading, he did the whole bunch of reshoots and that, but like he also used the stuff Snyder had originally done, and he tries to up the contrast and make it all brighter and less dark, and it just looks fucking awful.
Yeah, it looks so fake.
Yeah. And you can tell the costumes that they were wearing, they were designed to, keep that darkish look. And to his credit, Snyder's credit, they would have looked fine if they just kept that, darkish, brooding outfit. The costumes in that would have worked. But because they wanted to make it look brighter, you can see how pathetic they look.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck yeah, it's just like, I'm just surprised that they managed to recover. It's just like, you would have thought that would have put the nail in the coffin for sure.
Well, it was a whole year before Aquaman came out, wasn't it? So there was a little time for everything to die down. And I bet you know what else helped take heat off it? Was The Last Jedi. That would have taken a lot of heat off the Justice League.
That's right. Didn't it come out around the same time?
A month after, roughly. Justice League was in November, and Last Jedi was in December. So, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I forgot about that.
So that would have taken a lot of heat off the Justice League because that got a lot of Star Wars fans pissed. And then they did the Han Solo movie, and then this is DC smiling, going, "Quick, get Aquaman out around Christmas. It's open, and everyone's going to forget about what we've done before."
Well, like I said, it's people seem to have liked Aquaman.
Yeah.
Shazam looks like it's going to be good, or at least fun. So, yeah, like I said, it feels like they've learned their lesson and they're starting to get their groove again.
Yeah, which is a good thing because as I predicted, the Marvel train's coming to an end.
That is true. Like how
I'm not.
like how much how much more have they got in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Fuck knows. I mean, they've just got back X-Men and Fantastic Four, so I mean, I guess it's opened up some possibilities, but I think everyone's a bit tired of X-Men at the moment, thanks to Fox.
Although on the downside, it means we're never going to see another. We're not going to see another X-Men movie like Deadpool or Logan.
No, they're going to keep Deadpool R-rated. They did say that, but it's not going to have anything to do with the MCU. It's going to be his own separate thing. So, yeah.
Okay, but we're never going to see another. We're not going to see another one like Logan, though.
No, probably not. I mean, that actress who played X-23 kind of feels wasted now, doesn't it? Because she could have built up into X-Force nicely.
Yeah, probably. Someone get the feeling someone get the feeling that with Marvel Studios now getting their hands on the X-Men, any plans for the X-Force movie have more than likely gone up in smoke.
Yeah. Unless they're keeping Deadpool, so maybe they can be convinced to keep the X-Force. Who knows? I mean, that might actually be better for them because it gives, like those more violent characters that everyone loves, including me, that gives them their own movie series and it's not connected to the MCU. So could work out for them.
It could work, maybe.
I mean, I remember last year, I was actually pretty excited to see Infinity Wars and that. But now, where Endgame is 3 weeks away, and I'm not really cared, to be honest. I mean, Infinity Wars was good, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it put me off it, but it's just like after all this stuff with Captain Marvel and, Endgame, I'm not actually really that bothered about seeing it, to be honest, which is interesting.
And so,
Oh, you there?
yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Before you cut out again.
Yeah, it's just like so. So you're honestly not really psyched for another X-Men movie then?
Well, the only other one is Dark Phoenix. I mean,
although after how they handled Apocalypse, I don't think you really had much. You did not sound too hopeful for that.
no. I mean, New Mutants interests me, but I have no idea what's happening with that. It seems to have slipped into a bit of development hell. So I'm not sure if we're even getting that anymore.
I guess, whatever plans they probably had at this point. Like I said, since Marvel Studios now got the rights back, those plans have probably, they've probably gone up in smoke, like more than likely, because now they'll want to do their own X-Men universe or find some way to fold them into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And okay, I gotta use the bathroom for a quick sec. I'll be right back, guys.
Just keep talking. And yeah, so X-Men's going over to MCU, and I think the main reason we're only getting Dark Phoenix is because we got some pretty high profile actors in there. I mean, you got Michael Fassbender, and you got what's her name who plays Mystique, Jennifer Lawrence, who's not exactly a very flavorable person at the moment, but she's still in the movie. And of course you got oh god, who plays young Xavier? Oh no, his name is right on the top of my fucking head. It'll come to me after this. Anyway, you got them, and they have to recuperate their costs. So I'm pretty sure that's why we're getting Dark Phoenix at the cinema. But I'm not really that interested in seeing it. And again, I don't know what's happening with New Mutants, but it is a good thing that they're keeping the Deadpool series going, at least with the third movie. And who knows what's happening with X-Force. Let me actually look this up. X-Force movie. You can get some clarification. Well, it doesn't say if it's been cancelled or not. Oh, here we go. X-Men movie has reportedly been cancelled. And this was on the 10th of January this year. James McAvee, that was Charles Xavier's actor. Don't know why I didn't remember that. Okay. Yeah, it does seem X-Force has been cancelled, but apparently there was also ideas to make. Well, we knew about the Gambit movie, but there was also going to be a Kitty Pryde spin-off. Don't know how that would have worked. And there was going to be a Silver Surfer spin-off, which I remember them talking about back when they did the Rise of the Silver Surfer in 2007. And since then, we've had an entirely new Fantastic Four movie with different cast of actors. So I doubt that would have worked out as well. But
okay, I just got back.
Lord.
Did I hear something about the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, I just looked it up, and the X-Force movie has been cancelled, but apparently they were going to do a bunch of spin-offs as well, including Gambit, which you knew, Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer, Kitty Pryde, and Multiple Men. I was just saying, like, I'm pretty sure that Silver Surfer movie was cancelled because that was based off the 2007 movie, and since then we've had that other reboot, which did even worse than those ones.
Huh. So here. So I guess this brings up the question. Now that Marvel Studios has the Fantastic Four, does that mean they're also going to try and find a way to work in Galactus?
Well, he'd probably be a good threat after Thanos, wouldn't he? He'd be the next big one.
He's about the only one that would make sense.
It's a shame that they fucking had Dark Phoenix out because I'm pretty sure Marvel could do a pretty compelling Dark Phoenix saga, but they're going to have to wait a few years now before they can even attempt it. So yeah, there's Galactus, and well, there was talk about they were going to do the what are the ones that the immortal beings in the universe?
Oh, the Eternals?
The Eternals. There was talks about them having their own movie at one point, and that could tie in with Galactus.
Maybe.
I think a Doctor Doom solo movie in the MCU where he's sort of anti-hero would be good, though, and that would fit him perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that definitely would. Actually, there's something I do have to wonder about, though.
What's that?
Eventually, sooner or later, like these superhero movies are going to go out of style.
Yeah, I mean it's. I mean, if you go back to when they sort of became mainstream. I mean, there was
Definitely 2007. I would say like they've really hit their mainstream stride with 2007 with the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah, Iron Man through to say probably the Avengers, because then the year after that, what did we have? With Iron Man 3 and Man of Steel, which were there. Mind you, 2014 we had Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was a nice, refreshing take on a comic book movie. That was a good. That didn't even have to be a comic book movie. That could have been a movie by itself, and it was great.
Yeah, it was. Like, I heard some people refer to first Guardians of the Galaxy as sort of like the Farscape movie we never got. Even though we did get a Farscape movie, although I think it was like what on TV or something.
Yeah, it was just a TV movie just to wrap everything up best they could.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just a TV movie to wrap up the plot points they laid at the last season. And you know what? For that, was all. That wasn't bad. At least like it at least finished up the plot line.
Sure. I mean, that's more than what some shows get. So yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like a. Yeah, it was also kind of like how Serenity kind of wrapped up Firefly, pretty much.
Yeah. But that was actually a cinematic release, wasn't it? That was a.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Serenity was intended to be released in theaters. That's like the big difference. Farscape was a TV movie, and it looks like it.
Yeah.
It was a good TV movie, but a TV movie nonetheless.
I think Stargate did the same thing as well, didn't it? SG-1.
For the premiere, yeah, I think they kind of for the premiere they kind of did, and I think they even sort of did a similar thing with Deep Space with the premiere for Deep Space Nine. Like the first episode is like what 90 minutes long, I think. Yeah, that's like a feature length.
No, I meant Stargate. I think they actually did a couple of movies to finish it up, and they were just TV ones as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that as well.
Yeah. I think there was another show that did that as well. Did a TV movie just to finish up. No, fuck, I can't remember.
Yeah. No, what I'm wondering is like because it seems like the way Marvel is handling their titles. They're essentially handling them like IP farms for the films.
Yeah.
So that makes me wonder, like, once like the superhero movie trend has sort of died out, like, I mean, like, what's that going to do for them? Because it's like, oh, we actually have to go back to selling comic books now.
They've kind of fucked themselves there, haven't they?
Well, yeah. It's kind of why Zach, also known as Diversity in Comics, formerly known as Diversity in Comics, like he's speculating that Disney is gonna have Marvel close up shop over in New York and move to California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't be it's not like they'd be the first to do this.
That's true.
Yeah, because they actually. Yeah, I think Warner Brothers did a similar thing with DC. They closed up their office over New York and just moved all their operations over to California. I think what's funny. I think what the funniest thing is though. California and New York are like the two most expensive states to live in. So I don't know. I guess it would make sense to. I guess the only reason I can see why they would relocate Marvel to New York. Relocate Marvel to California is because Disney can be more hands-on if they're closer by.
which is not really a good thing considering how things are going with Disney.
Well, yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm actually, although I also what kind of makes me wonder though is like, how is this gonna? How could this impact the comics industry at large though, especially for like me who's like just breaking into the indie scene?
Not sure.
I mean, probably. Actually, speaking of what's going on in the indie scene, do you want to know one of the biggest problems that indie creators have when it comes to competing with, with the big stream? I mean, with the big publishers.
What's that?
Distribution.
Oh yeah, we talked about that before, didn't we?
Yeah. And did I? Oh yeah. And did I also mention that Peter Samedi over at Alterna Comics was actually working on creating an alternative distribution platform?
No. What's he doing with that?
Well, like I said, he's working on. He put up an Indiegogo for something called Alternative Distribution. I'm gonna pull it up right now just so I have all the facts straight.
Cool.
I'm not pulling up anything via Google. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check Twitter.
Right.
Because I know he talked about that. Let's see. Yeah. It might take me a while to dig it up because it's kind of a few weeks. Here we go. I think this is it. Yep, found it.
That was quick.
It was faster than I expected it would be.
Yeah.
I thought I had to dig for like a week or something. Okay, so includes it's essentially an expansion, mostly just moving to a state-of-the-art storage center, increasing the size of our space to a 10 by 10 area so we can safe and easily warehouse more books and shipping materials and have the room to grow. We're hitting growth spurt, blah, blah, blah. Okay, distribution. Here we are. Had this plan for years. The first part of the process would be getting bigger storage space so we can warehouse and eventually sell and distribute to more. Okay, so it's more like just so he can. It's just more to make things easier for himself, which I'm not gonna slight him for. He's just expanding his operations so that he has more room, so that he's got more room for more of Alterna's books to be shipped out. But I have to imagine that he's planning on figuring out something because, like, I can remember hearing that Peter has been turned down by Diamond, and out here in the States, Diamond distribution is like the only way your comic really gains traction when it comes to distribution. Otherwise, you pretty much got to print and distribute them yourself.
Oh, damn.
And if you're an indie creator, that's expensive because
that will be.
That can be you can run into some major expenses because a lot of the places that will print them, they only print in bulk because it's cheaper for them.
Yeah.
Than to print on demand. Like this is something like the indie scene needs to really overcome is finding a way to work around Diamond's quote unquote monopoly. They have a monopoly in the sense that they don't have any real competition. More like they have a monopoly on comic distribution the same way WWE has a monopoly on professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not an actual monopoly, but there's just no real competition for them.
No. And TNA would have been the closest, but they didn't even get close, did they?
They almost got there. Like, from what I hear, to hear Vince Russo tell it, TNA started going downhill when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff came on board.
It sounds about right.
Like, they came on board, said like, we can get you money, we can make this company big, and they didn't.
They used to know what they're doing, but the thing with those two is they just use the same old schlick, so no one cares.
Well, yeah, the problem, it's just like they were just basically doing what they did in WCW.
Yeah, and it worked then, but it's a different time now. I mean, yeah,
I guess you can say what you will about Vince McMahon. He can adapt.
yeah.
I mean, you do not start launching your own network if you're not capable of adapting.
No, you don't.
But yeah, but like I said, yeah, that's kind of the problem when it comes to distribution on the in the indie side out of the comics industry. Diamond is really the only game in town to really get you distributed to a mass market. And if you can't get in with Diamond, like I said, you're pretty much stuck doing it yourself, which can be very costly.
Sure, which would put a lot of people off it, wouldn't it?
It would, yes, it would. Now, thankfully, digital distribution and print-on-demand services do kind of help alleviate it, but it just doesn't bring in the same money that being able to have mass market distribution has. Like, you can, and it's my hope that like I said, I think even though Peter did this Indiegogo to expand operations for Alterna, I have a feeling that he is going to figure out a way to circumvent Diamond completely. That is going to be something that is going to do a lot of indie publishers a lot of good. If there's a viable method for indie creators to get around the Diamond system, that's gonna make things a lot better.
No, that'd be good then.
Yeah. Oh, it will be good. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Till then, yeah.
So is that going to be a problem you guys are going to
Over a Wicked? Yeah. For the moment, it is. Like, although Wicked is in contact with other printers, the distribution is going to be the real problem, though. Just being able to get to a mass market. So I guess it's going to be something where we're going to be forced to sort of more or less rely on stuff like print on demand and digital distribution.
I guess digital is pretty useful too. I mean, it's nicer to have the comic books, but it's something you can fall back on, and it's going to cost a little less, isn't it?
It does. It takes a lot. Well, digital distribution takes a lot of the overhead out because all you just got to do. Because really, all you got to do is just pay to download a PDF file. So that takes a lot of the cost out. Although it's not as good as but is actually having it in your hands for real.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's something that helps.
That's good. That's good.
So Something though I do, something that I do think about though is what's fuck. I thought I had something and I lost it. Damn it! I feel stupid.
Right. I know, as I do that all the time.
Gotta bounce. Werewolf the Apocalypse mission's about to start later, guys. Okay. Thanks for really showing up, Arwing. Yeah. Yeah. Even though I have had to have hit a couple stumbling blocks here and there, I still don't. This is still not something I regret.
No, I mean, everything, you have your odd hurdles to get over.
Yeah, of
So
course, yeah, but still, I mean, I'm still glad I decided to do this.
that's good. That's good.
I mean, on the one hand, it's like I said. On the one hand, it's been tough just getting it off the ground, and I've had to I've had to change artists, but I've hooked up with an art team that I think has worked out for the best, and they're, as far as I can tell, they're wholly committed to this project. Salem just jumped in. How is everyone? Yeah, just musing at this point. Yeah. So I don't even really. So it doesn't even really bother me that. I mean that I got to the distribution's such a bitch to deal with right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why that would be.
Beautiful. Mm. And yeah, it's just like I just sunk too much time and money into this already to quit. So yeah. So what if I gotta? So what if it's gonna be a little bit difficult getting my book into a mass market? Something. We'll figure out something. I'm not worried about it.
It'll work out. You
Yeah.
just gotta, yeah.
Yes. Hmm. All right. So I'm starting to run out of things to talk about. I'm at this point. Have to just end the show playing. Never gonna give you up, but I'm pretty sure if I do, the stream's gonna get flagged.
Yeah, well, it's not worth the risk. It'd be funny, but it's just not worth it.
No, it's not. They should. That song ought to be public domain because that song ought to be public domain just so people can rickroll without worrying about without fear of being flagged by a copyright algorithm.
Sure.
That'd be just like, ugh. Although if it was public domain, if it was public domain though, like, it would just be funny. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day it will be. Who knows?
I'm gonna give it time. I think I've actually remember hearing somewhere that that The Great Gatsby is about to enter in public domain in like, what was it, 21?
Oh wow.
I can only now I have to wonder if that's going to result in people trying to make unofficial sequels to The Great Gatsby.
Oh jeez.
That could either be really good or really bad. It wasn't I mean, for one, it's not even a book that's meant to have a sequel.
Yeah.
Eh.
People want sequels for the weirdest fucking things, though. So you know,
That is
doesn't
true.
surprise me someone would try.
That is true. That is true. I'm just. I don't know what. Going on about 75. We've been going on for about 75 minutes, I think.
Something just came to mind very quickly, though. There is a movie franchise that has turned to shit so much that I think a lot of people are forgetting that there's actually a movie due out this year, and that is
Really?
Terminator.
Really?
Yeah. Terminator 6 is due out this year and no one fucking cares.
Oh my god, that's sad.
I mean, the last one was it was that Genesis one, wasn't it?
Yeah, you called the Terminator genocide.
Genocide because it's slaughtering the series. But there is an actual Terminator 6. Linda Hamilton is back in it. James Cameron's back directing it. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back in it, and they're doing, you know, the whole CGI thing to make him look younger. And nobody fucking cares because where's all the news about this movie and all the hype? It's nowhere.
Now that is just sad.
Yeah.
I think the Alien franchise is pretty much called it kaput after Covenant. Like,
They want to do one more to, you know, line it up with Alien, and we didn't fucking need it, but whatever. If they want to do it, they'll do it. Predator's fucking dead.
Yeah. Salem is saying give me a sequel to Alita.
I didn't even see the first one. I want to see that one. I hear it's pretty good, actually.
I missed out on seeing it in the theater. Sam, I think, actually saw it twice in the theater.
Oh, wow. Oh, if he saw it twice, that says a lot.
Yeah, because Sam is very picky.
He is. He's extremely picky. Oh, no, I definitely have to fucking see it. If he sees it twice in the cinema, it's got to be good. I mean, that's like fucking gold prize right there.
The only thing I gotta wonder though is like, is there enough theater in your area that's even playing it anymore?
No, I mean, I get a lot of, you know, house style type movies and nothing really major. The last big film we had here was The Last Jedi and Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay, so otherwise, you'd have to drive to another city to get a decent theater.
Yeah, and that's why I'm very limited to what I see, which is, like I said, I'll make an exception for King of the Monsters. Endgame, I'm still in two minds about at this point. I want to see, but I definitely do want to see Godzilla and John Wick 3. They'll be ones I go to the cinema to see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially with Godzilla King of the Monsters, like so. That is just going by the trailers. That's a movie that needs to be seen in the theater.
Yep. Unless you're one of these lucky bastards who's got a $50,000 fucking home theater and you're set.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. And courts want to see John Wick 3 just to see how it ends. Brad, me and you still got shit about Godzilla. I can't contain my nerdum. Yeah, we do. Yes. I also want to get Tonka Saw in on that. We're gonna do this, Salem. We gotta, not just that, we also gotta have Sauron. Gotta have Sauron and Tonka Saw in there. It's just like, And it just so Tonka Saw is going to be the hardest one to do it, to get on board.
Yeah.
But if I can, it'll be so fucking worth it.
Oh, I hope that does work out.
Yeah.
That'll be something to see. That will be something to watch, definitely.
Yeah, what? He's
Oh, Jesus.
I think I remember seeing one of the Kumite streams where Tonka actually said he's really actually not all that hyped up for Kong versus Godzilla because he worries that they're going to nerf Godzilla to make him a more even match for Kong.
That probably will happen.
I don't know.
Mind you, it all depends on where they fight as well. I mean, if it's in a jungle area, Kong definitely has the advantage because he's got more athleticism than Godzilla. So
Maybe, but one of them. Maybe, but I think I also remember. I remember watching the Wikizilla video on King Kong, and they said like that that version of Kong, he's not in that movie. He's not fully grown yet.
okay. Oh, that will be all right, that could work. Yeah.
And as everyone remembers, well, the original King Kong, he was like 25 feet at his tallest. And for King Kong versus Godzilla, they had to beef him up to Godzilla's height.
Yeah.
So I foresee something similar, very similar happening in Kong versus Godzilla. I mean, you also got to remember the Kong Skull Island. Kong Skull Island happens in the 70s. Yeah. Heard they're beefing up Kong to be more physically strong than Godzilla, but Godzilla had the advantage with special attacks. Yeah. So yeah, he's physically stronger and he's obviously more agile and he's also got the ability he's also got the unopposable thumbs.
You know what would fucking make that movie the fucking price alone is if we have a scene of King Kong getting up behind Godzilla and suplexing him. That will be worth the fucking money alone.
Yeah, it would be awesome. Yes, it would. But yeah. And the reason why I say Kong has opposable thumbs, that means that Kong can grab stuff to make weapons out of.
Oh yeah, that's true. And he can throw things as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, remember he took that propeller and he used it like a flail.
Yeah. We're getting ahead of ourselves because that movie's still a year off, and we got to get through fucking King of the Monsters first.
That is true. That's just like,
yeah.
I'm just saying, if Kong's around Godzilla's same height, not only that, like Kong Skull Island, he was able to shrug off machine gun fire pretty well.
Yeah,
and he got doused in napalm and was okay.
Yeah, so they are actually burning him up pretty damn strong already. So, and if he's not fully grown, then there's going to be another. That was based in the 60s, eh? So we can say maybe another 40 or 50 years he's had to grow.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's got, like I said, so yeah, he's just got, 40, 60 years he's around Godzilla's size. But he's still got it, but he's strong, but he's stronger, more agile, and like I said, he can grab things to use for weapons.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup.
Godzilla's just sheer raw power that he's already got. I was about to say, like, Kong might be more intelligent, but then again, Godzilla's shown that he's pretty damn intelligent, too.
Yeah, I'd say when it comes to intelligence, they'll both be about equal.
It's just more like them using it's just more on how they use their natural abilities.
Yeah. Oh, we got a fight on our hands then.
Oh yeah, and yeah, definitely seeing definitely getting to watch Kong suplex Godzilla would be fucking awesome.
It would be. Probably fucking destroy half a city in the process, but I ain't complaining. It's not my city.
Personally, I'm looking forward to how they will handle the man versus nature things. Are we going to be redeemable, or will the film finger wag? I don't know. They've been pretty even-handed so far. I mean, they've been like Godzilla's just there for balance. Like that's kind of the running theme they run with all the monsters, is that they are there to balance the ecosystem.
So that might mean that King Kong does, like, maybe he's captured and he's taken off the island, via the original King Kong, and he starts running amok, and that's when Godzilla has to step in because he's gone out of control or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw one video by Dangerville where they were speculating that maybe what might happen is they put Godzilla and Kong up against a bunch of monsters, and it takes their combined might to put them all down.
Good dude.
Which that on its own would be actually pretty cool, because usually in these kind of fights they team up against one. They would team up against one monster, but fighting like a whole bunch of them, especially with all the different monsters that Monarch has files on, like that could. I mean, just watching a whole epic monster brawl, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But none of the Japanese movies even went there. But the closest, no, that is not true. Godzilla Final Wars did go there. He was up against a whole bunch of monsters on his own.
Yep. Including Zilla. Good old Zilla.
Yep. Yeah. But the difference was he was just able to just walk all over them just because he was just stronger than all of them.
I'm still hoping the Destroyer rumor is true. What's that one? What was the rumor that he's...
Some people are... Okay, one of the director for Godzilla King of the Monsters, he tweeted out a picture of the oxygen destroyer.
Okay.
And as we all remember, Destroyer was made because of the oxygen destroyer. I do not, Salem. I'm not sure if the Destroyer rumor is true, just because we don't know what monsters Legendary has and doesn't have the rights to. I mean, God knows what they had to do to get their hands on Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Rodan, and fuck, not just that. There's a whole legal battle over who owns King Kong that was done years ago. James Rolfe covered it in one of his King Kong videos. I forget which one. All I know is it was a mess.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh. While we're still on that subject, the director actually just tweeted out a screenshot from the film.
Oh, nice.
You might actually recognize it if you saw the new trailer. I'll put this in the chat so everyone knows what I'm talking about.
All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. Where's your Godzilla now?
I mean, that's an epic looking shot, isn't it?
Yeah. With the cross there as well. That's good.
Well, that's that got like the volcano, sky's on fire. Looks really cool.
Yep. All right. That's going to be good. Yeah.
Okay, now here's something funny. I just found out that the director for this, dude, the director for Godzilla King of the Monsters, guess what else he's done?
What?
Krampus and Trick or Treat.
Krampus wasn't bad.
I didn't see it.
It was pretty silly, but it was a fairly decent movie. I have not seen Trick or Treat, but he seems like a competent guy at least.
Well, one thing that definitely gives me a lot of faith in the guy is that he's even said he's a fan.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah, you got to have people who fucking love the series. I mean, that's mainly the reason the '98 movie fell, because Ron Emmerson said he didn't like Godzilla. He just didn't care. It's like, why even fucking make it? But whatever.
I'm still kind of surprised that Toho signed off on the design of that because like they were shocked at the design, like just because of how different it was. Legendary also likes to keep their directors close. They also said that they believe that a horror director must direct a monster movie under their belt. Huh. And so, yeah, I know everything I've seen so far. I've got pretty good faith in this being a good movie.
Yeah. Of course, I got Charles Dance, and he's good.
Still has Ken Watanabe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So.
it's got none of the other people from the first one in, which is good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think probably one of the. I'm gonna link you that new trailer because it's actually really good. Because one of the other cool shots in it is you see aircraft flying alongside Rodan. One of them actually tries to fire at him, just shrugs off the gunfire completely. Again, it's nothing to him. And he actually looks fucking huge too. As much as I like the suit acting, I have to admit the CG in these has really done a good job at communicating just the size of these monsters. That is like that's something we almost never saw in the old Toho movies.
Yeah.
I mean
This is a,
they did a pretty good job with trying to. I think they did a pretty good job with like trying to show with like the miniatures and trying and doing composite shots, but like when you can actually see just how tiny a person is compared to one of these things.
yep.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yep, there goes his atomic breath. Nice.
It's a shame we couldn't have Bryan Cranston to come back. Yeah.
Oh, that was a real injustice to him because, especially in the trailer, he was built up as like the main human character,
He
and he
wasn't.
looked like he was. And he looked like was having a blast in it as well, didn't he?
Yeah. The film, unfortunately, that's a consequence of the previous film's bad writing. Okay, you can probably say that's a legitimate problem, but still, I think the first movie came out good,
Yeah, I
even
mean,
with
all
its
in all,
flaws.
even with its flaws.
Yeah, it still came out pretty good. Uh, but yeah, this one just looks like it's going to be just like it's going to be better.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, I don't really have anything else to add other than that. I mean, I've been keeping up with just I've been keeping up with just more Dangerfield's videos covering it. They've done a really good job covering it.
Yeah, they did mishandle the characters.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna deny it. It's flawed, but it still came out good.
Well, maybe the only successful thing apart from the MCU in a while that's spawning off a strong connected universe. So that says a lot.
I'm actually kind of wondering though. Is this kind of? I mean, we've seen DC trying their hand at this and stumbling. Then Universal tried doing it with their monsters, and that.
Universal tried twice. They tried to do this twice. Let's not forget that.
Oh yeah, they tried it twice, and neither really worked.
Yeah.
And John Wick looks like it's going down that route, and I think I remember hearing something about Fast and the Furious trying to build its own universe, own film universe too. It's like,
Yeah, they've got
is this the big trend that we're gonna see with movies now? That now you got to have a whole universe to franchise. There's not going to be any room for standalone movies.
and that's the problem. Like, if you combine everything, everyone's going to get sick of it quicker because they want something new.
Yeah. Yeah. I do not know if that's going. I don't know if that thing with Fast and the Furious is still on, but yes. So
Well, they
far,
got that movie this year with The Rock and Jason Statham's character, like doing a
oh yeah,
team up buddy movie, which I admit the trailer did make me chuckle. I'll give it that. I did chuckle at that trailer. There was some pretty funny moments in there.
yeah. So yeah, but yeah, just people. But yeah, people. But yeah, people are going. But if that's kind of the trend Hollywood's going to be chasing for a while. It's just like, yeah, people aren't going to get sick of it just because. How long can you beat that dead horse into a band?
Yeah. Oh, they're trying it with fucking Hannah as well.
Wait,
And I
what?
like Hannah. Do you admit that 2011 movie?
Wait, wait, wasn't that a horror movie?
No, it was an action movie. It's a really good one. And they're doing this TV series of it now. And the TV series looks absolutely fucking awful. It's like, did you guys even watch the movie? Because this is like something completely different.
Damn. Yeah, that's just. I think at least with MonsterVerse, they at least seem to know when they should probably call it quits, because I haven't seen anything talked about past Kong versus Godzilla.
No.
Don't get me wrong, I probably like, as much as I would like to see them do more with that universe. It's best for them to end it while it's still on a high note.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe after King Kong versus Godzilla, they get one more movie each, and then that's it. Who knows?
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, gotta. That's something not enough. That is something not enough movies know how to. Well, not enough. Not enough film franchises know how to do these days. And
Yeah.
it's not, guys. It's not. It's not a bad thing. Bad thing if your film franchise has to end.
No, I mean,
Sometimes.
like if you go out as strongly as you came in, then you've done a good job.
Yeah. We don't. Yeah, as much as we all like to keep the gravy train rolling perpetually, it just can't, because sooner or later people like either it goes bad or people get tired of it, even if it stays good. Like fuck,
And
not
then,
even none of the Marvel movies have really been objectively bad, but I can already feel that people just are not as excited for them as they used to be.
yeah.
Because like the vibe I get on comics Twitter is like, oh, another Marvel movie. Great. At
And
least in my corner of it.
yeah, and like we said before, like Endgame's 2 weeks away, and it feels like there isn't that much hype. It's like, oh yeah, okay, it's yep, Endgame, all right, that's it.
Yeah, really hope. Yeah, I really want to see. If anything, I at least hope they can at least put out a good ending to it.
Well, the Russo brothers do seem to know what they're doing, and they've, like I said, they don't like Captain Marvel, and they're really annoyed that they had to put her in. And they said that they wanted the focus to be on, the original team with Ant-Man just thrown in, and it's going to see those characters off because those actors are retiring after this. Well, most of them, and Hulk has been fired. Mark Ruffalo was fired, so yeah.
Well, damn. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, and so far, Godzilla, the MonsterVerse has done pretty good.
Yeah.
It's something that deserves to go out on a high note. And we've been streaming for about 103 minutes. You feel like calling it? What?
Yeah, that's a good place to call it.
Salem's asking how Mark got fired.
Oh, he leaked some details about Endgame on Twitter. He wasn't supposed to, and no, Tom Holland has done that a couple of times, but apparently he leaked a very big secret, and it broke his contract.
Oh, damn. That can't be it. There's your answer, Salem. Mark Ruffalo leaked something he wasn't supposed to. All right. Okay, so yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Oh, wait. Actually, no, wait. I snapped a picture of my schedule for next week. Let me check. I just want to be sure.
Oh, good.
Oh no, I didn't. It's for this week. I was wrong. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, I'll say this. Hopefully, we'll be back next week. But if not, I will. If not, Dean and I will just probably go. Then Oh, next time we have a day off.
Cool.
All right, we'll see you guys.